I'll bring it then. I will.
Welcome to the Fantasy Dad Show, live on Facebook and Twitch, hosted by Ryan Ryno Kennedy, Kevin Giroux, and Seamus the Moose Anderson.
Let it fly, dude.
Boom. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fantasy Dad Show. Week 1 start sit question. I'm fucking pumped, dude. Fantasy football is back in full form. It's just happy. I'm happy that football is finally here at the level that we wanted it to be. There's no preseason, no more training camp, no more who's doing what. It's here. It's here. Football is here. It's back, and I couldn't be happier. Joined by, as always, Moose and Smirks today. Perkins has actual football, so he will not be here. It'll be us three, though. And new overlay this time around. We got the spreads on the left side of us. Just in case you guys are gamblers out there, which I know there's a lot of you that are. But yeah, primarily start sits today. We got some bold predictions and just some common conversations. So if you're in the chat now, make sure you guys tap that like button for us. Make sure you hit the share button and all that stuff. Go follow our TikTok. All our socials on the right under the Smirks' face and next to Moose. So make sure you guys check us out there too. But happy to be back. Energy's high. It's week 1, baby. It's fucking week 1.
It's Scott Hansen Day, boys.
Scott Hansen is back.
It's a national holiday.
Very excited.
Should be. All right, we're going to get into some injuries then.
Yeah.
Real quick, the first ones we got to cover already kind of happened. Curtis Samuel, I believe it's his groin that he re-injured. He was put on the IR, so that's at least 3 weeks, right? This is short term. So he won't be back for a while. And then Michael Gallup suffered a calf strain in Thursday night's game. He's going to miss 3 to 5 weeks. So tuck him away in the IR if you can. Because I would still want to hold on to him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to get plenty of targets in that offense, man. They're going to throw the ball a lot. So right here, we're scrolling down with Keelan Cole, true game time decision. I don't think he was fantasy relevant anyway.
Keelan Cole,
Austin
that's actually,
Eckler.
real quick though, that's big for Elijah Moore. If he doesn't play, Elijah Moore is a wide
It's
receiver
huge.
too on that
Yeah,
team.
because Crowder's out too.
Yeah.
Crowder had COVID. He ain't back yet. So it's going to be the Corey Davis, Elijah Moore show. That's big, man. That is relevant.
Very relevant.
Eckler expected to play. He was out of practice or off to the side Wednesday, Thursday, came back Friday. He's ready to rock. Odell Beckham expected to play. Darnell Mooney is expected to play with his back injury. Emmanuel Sanders expected to play. And here's the big one. Saquon Barkley will play with limitations. So the Giants are easing him in. They're playing it safe. And I know, Moose, you said if you have him, you don't want to play him this week, correct?
It really depends. Like, am I playing him over like Javonte Williams? Probably. Am I playing him over like Trey Sermon? Like, probably. But if you ask me if I'm playing him over Raheem Mostert, which is the only predicament I'm in, because I only took Saquon in one league. It's a family league. It's an auto draft league, and I got him, and I'm playing Mostert over him. So it really depends. But if you guys have Saquon, definitely shoot a start sit question to us if you're questioning it, because I know I am.
It says eased in and used sparingly.
I don't
So
trust
that doesn't sound good, man. That doesn't sound good at all.
No. Homie don't play that.
Nah, and Denver defense is going to be pretty stout this year. So I don't like that at all. Doesn't sound good. I have no shares of him, but if you do, definitely consider another option, a Damian Harris, a Raheem Mostert, a Myles Gaskin, someone like that you can plug in for this week till we see how this plays out. Nelson Aguilar, questionable. We haven't seen the final injury report for the Patriots yet, but if he doesn't play, that could be big for Kendrick Bourne. I think the tight ends are going to eat today, though.
Agreed.
Trey Lance, not on the injury report. So he's going to play, but he's
quarterback
not.
of that team,
right.
Kev? Who's the damn quarterback, man?
Garoppolo's the starter, but they're saying Lance is going to have packages. I'm kind of interested to see what they do with him, bring him in at the goal line or something. But before long, he'll be the starter. That's my guess. Kenny Galladay is good to go. Cortland Sutton, good to go. A.J. Brown, good to go.
What's up, Alex?
Noah Fant, good to go. Evan Engram is out. So just another hit for the terrible Giants offense. That's rough.
Yeah.
And Carson Wentz, he's starting. He's back. So the foot injury, the COVID situation, he's good to go. He fought through it all, and he's starting week 1, so that's good for their weapons. It's good for Pittman. It's good for John Taylor. And I think that's it, man. I think we're good. I think we covered just about everybody.
All right, that's great. Yeah, I wanted to talk. What's that? What? Are you drinking?
I'm just gonna ask.
Kid?
Yeah, bro.
My man.
I gotta get ready because I know what I'm gonna be drinking later. Is just gonna fuck my belly all up. So let's get some probiotics in real quick.
That's a fact. I wanted to talk specifically a little bit about this one game that kind of scares me with everybody on that field as far as fantasy value goes for week 1 is the Indianapolis Seahawks game, right? The Colts Seahawks, like 2 fairly good defenses, right? So Indianapolis is obviously a top defense in coverage and in the run game. And then the Seahawks last year, they were in the top 5 for the run defenses, defenses that were successful against running backs as far as fantasy points goes. Are you worried at all first about Jonathan Taylor?
I think he's going to get the volume that he needs. And they should be able to move the ball through the air enough to get him into some goal line situations. I would definitely not think he's going to be like a top 5 back this week, but I think he'll be fine. Because they were bad against the pass. So, the more you're able to pass, it'll open up the run. So that's good. It just remains to be seen what Carson Wentz is going to look like.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm nervous. I'm nervous as hell to see Carson Wentz play, dude. Like,
yeah.
I didn't take any parts of that offense besides Jonathan Taylor. Also got some stock in Naim Hines because they just gave him – I mean, thank God they gave him that huge contract. That definitely, solidified my pick a little bit. I know, Ryno, you had taken him what was the consensus a little bit early in our Viewers League, but I bet you're feeling pretty happy about that pick. What do you think about Naim Hines, his workload? What's going to happen with he's a top 10 paid back now per year. So what do you think is going to happen with him today?
I think he's going to be featured pretty heavily in the offense. I mean,
Ryno.
What?
I believe you're muted.
Oh, I'm muted to you guys, but I wasn't muted to the viewers.
All right.
I think Naeem Hines is going to be a pretty focal point of the offense moving forward. I mean, he already was. It's not like he wasn't used,
Yeah.
I mean, he's not much of a runner. We know that. Like, he's not going to go on the ground and break off. But he could break off a big run, but that's not what we're looking for. When I drafted Naeem Hines in a PPR, bro, I'm looking for those 170 catches he has in his career for 1,200 yards.
Yep.
Like I want the target share that he gets every year, 50 plus targets out of the backfield. I mean, last year he had 76 and 63 catches. Doesn't sound like a lot, but for the way I got him and for what they just paid him, I mean, Carson Wentz likes to dump the ball to the running backs. We all know that. Jonathan Taylor's not one of them guys yet. I mean, he might be, but I think Naeem Hines has solidified that position on the offense, and if they're playing down, he's going to be on the field. Jonathan Taylor will be on the field too. They both are going to be on the field.
Yeah, they can both be on the field at the same time. They were last year.
He's got to line up in the slot. You're going to see some motion plays in the backfield to Hines. You're going to see a lot of Hines. Hines is going to be.
Do you think he's going to be a little? You said he's going to be a little bit in the slot too. You think?
I believe so. I mean, Hilton's out at least for 3 weeks, right? And we all know Hilton is just Hilton. He's great. Don't get me wrong. Hilton's good, but he's getting there. Like he's at the end. They drafted Michael Pittman last year to kind of take that wide receiver 1 job because Paris Campbell can't stay healthy. And. You got Naeem Hines. He stays healthy. He's played every game since he's been on the team. Hasn't missed a game yet. He's a good guy to have. I mean, if you can go pick him up, and PPR especially, he's probably not available honestly, but he's definitely somebody you want on your bench, and he's a potential flex play today, I believe.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the over under for him in most places, if you're a bet man. If you're a gambling man, I think it's like 3.5 receptions. I would take the over in that all day,
100%.
Especially with Carson Wentz. I don't think it's even a question.
I think that game is going to be extremely high scoring. Colts defense is great. Little under. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Seahawks
defense. I'm sorry. It's really bad. Yeah, they're not that great. They were pretty.
Yeah, they still got Bobby Wags.
Yeah,
That's about it.
That's nice, but I mean, what's he gonna do against the pass? Really, he's not really gonna do much. One guy ain't gonna change the world. But Indy's gonna. You send it out. Carson Wentz has something to prove. No, does he not? I mean, he needs to show that he's still at the ability to reach that elite level of quarterback play. So I think the Indy and Seattle game is going to be full of fantasy points today. Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
He's going to connect with DK Metcalf and Tyson, Tyler Lockett and Joe.
Love Tyler Lockett today too.
But
let me ask you this about Naeem Heinz. This is the one move all week. I don't know if I want it or not. But I'm looking at Javonte Williams starting over Naeem Hines, and I don't know if I feel confident with that. Like, I don't know if Javonte Williams is going to come out of the gate getting the work. I mean, I really want to – I'll probably end up putting Naeem Hines in there. That'll be my first tinker of many, even though it goes against every commandment we have.
I don't think I'd do that.
No?
They've been
on.
hyping this guy up all week.
I gotta interrupt you guys. I gotta interrupt you because this is the Start Shit Show, and we do have some questions coming in.
We got some questions.
So I want to make sure. I'm gonna make sure that we answer these questions while these guys are still here, because we all know Sunday morning people are busy, got things to do. Some guys gotta go to church and shit. So first off, good morning, Bob. Good morning, Alex, over on YouTube. Appreciate you guys being here. We got a question from Eric Butts. He wants to know Tyson Williams or Chase Edmonds in a full point PPR.
Chase Edmonds.
Ooh. I think I want to go with Tyson, man. The Raiders are bad.
Raiders are bad.
Is Murray gonna play?
I'm just
is
scared,
he already
bro.
ready to go week
scared.
1 or? Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen what they're gonna do yet, but if there's any week to use him before these other guys are ready,
this would
be the one.
Yeah, for sure, and he
Right.
could win. He could win the job this week. So I mean, he does have a lot to prove, which is always great. You want that. You want that in players. He's undrafted free agent. He didn't get drafted. He's got that Gus Edwards vibe to him too. I like Tyson. I'm starting him in my flex over some receivers, but that's because he's RB1 for the Ravens. I have both those guys in the league, and I'm playing both of them. But if I had to pick, it'd probably be Chase Edmonds. I think he's gonna be pretty involved in Arizona. James Conner's there, yeah, but it's James Conner, bro. Every year we do this. Every year, James Conner, he's gonna be good, yada yada yada, and then he gets hurt. And I know I preach, don't rank guys, don't draft guys based on injury history, but someone like James Conner, you absolutely can. And I give it a week. He's gonna go out there. He's gonna get hurt, bro. It's just what he does, man. He'll walk off the field. I mean, he'll miss drives. Even if he doesn't bust up something, he will come out of the game for a full drive because he's not feeling right. It's just what he does. That's who he is. Now,
he did that last year, week 1.
Can he take the job from Chase Edmonds? No. So that's the problem. Chase Edmonds has his role. So in a PPR, I think Chase Edmonds is the safer play today. Until you see what happens with Tyson, I don't think you should put all your money on the line on a guy who won the job via injury. So I think you go Chase Edmonds. You probably spent the 6th or 7th round pick on him.
Yeah, I would have to agree. It's not like I don't like the Tyson Williams play today, and it's not like neither of these defenses were good against the running back last year. I mean, if I remember correctly, Vegas was 25, 26 points per game against the running back, and I think Tennessee was around the 22 to 23 mark. So they're both you have availability for points there, but PPR, I just think Chase Edmonds a monster, man. I think he's in that he's in another tier compared to Naeem Hines. He's the starter. He's got the work. And James Conner, we might see him a little bit today, but you know what? You're gonna take that risk, Kev, right? With Tyson, that risk just worries me.
Yeah,
it's
why
the
not?
only difference.
I think I'll be the contrarian today and go with the Ravens.
Yeah,
that's what they want to run the ball. Arizona, they're an air raid offense, so I'm gonna go with the team that wants to pound the rock. It's a tough call though.
Fair.
Definitely some risk involved.
You know what too that I will say about these running backs is that, like, first of all, everybody jumped to get them, right? Like Tyson, Latavius Murray, even when he got signed the other day, Lev Bell, everyone's going after these guys. And I think because you probably spent fab on them, or because you jumped and you got them, you don't want to be the guy that doesn't play them. I think it's like a mental thing, because I do that all the time. If I pick somebody up through the season, like I start playing them immediately, and I immediately want them to get the points. I would just wait and see what we have. But either way, you're kind of taking a gamble with the both of them. James Conner could end up taking a bunch of work. We don't really know. I don't think it's going to happen, but we don't really know. We did get another question. We'll move on. Thank you for the question, Eric. Hit that share button. Tony Kane, who is a longstanding follower and supporter of ours, he said Tyson or Miles Sanders. I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of Baltimore running back questions.
Miles
today,
Sanders,
boys.
move on.
Miles Sanders, yeah.
I think
No, but
here's
what's funny about Tony is he's at church right now, so he's sneaking in this question. He sent me a text.
In the name of Jesus, Tony.
He sent me a text, a big church guy now, and I said, "Oh, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna sneak in a question though."
No way.
This guy. All right.
Tell Father Valentine to follow us on Twitch. I know what church he's at, boy.
Father Valentine, St. Michael's, good old St. Mike's.
No, but Kev, let's talk about Miles Sanders real quick. I mean, you're picking him, right?
Yeah, but probably not by as much as you think.
And why is that?
Well, they brought in Gainwell. They got Boston Scott to catch passes. I just don't think they have that much faith in Miles Sanders, but you got to go with him against Atlanta. We do think Jalen Hurts is going to explode today, so that should mean good things.
If Jalen Hurts finishes as the quarterback one, I'm going to buy his jersey live on the show next week. So you guys know.
Bet, absolutely bet.
What if he's just top 5, right?
No, number one. Has to be number
top
one.
Top 5, you're gonna get an autographed picture.
$150 jersey has to be quarterback one. Now,
you know what? No, I'm so happy with you right now. If he finished quarterback one, I'll buy you the jersey.
Let's go, Jalen Hurts. Let's go.
How about that? I
Just
love
a wager, boys.
Like I was looking at. So I'm doing parlays on underdogs. I was looking at the over/under for Jalen Hurts, and I'm gonna take a look real quick. I'm pretty sure the over/under was like 299.5 yards. So does he get 300 plus? Like, do you think he gets 300 yards? Oh no, it was 311.5. Do you think he gets more yards than that? All scrimmage, passing, doesn't matter.
Passing and rushing.
Yes.
Yeah, give me the over.
Absolutely.
If it was 311 passing yards, then no way, but
he's gonna throw for 280 yards.
All purpose.
Run for 100 plus.
Ooh, 100 plus. Rye's feeling it. He's feeling it.
Let's put it this way. I didn't like Miles Sanders last year, just like I didn't like Josh Jacobs. I don't like Miles Sanders this year, just like I don't like Josh Jacobs. Miles Sanders will not have enough production value today and the rest of the season if Jalen Hurts is taking 100 yards from him from scrimmage. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for that backfield. I'm excited for Kenneth Gainwell, and maybe if they get Miles Sanders like really involved with the passing game, but I think you're going to struggle a little bit all year.
I'm definitely not going to disagree with that statement. I can definitely say that I wasn't high on Miles Sanders, but at the same time I was, just because I'm high on Philly. So where he was getting drafted, I don't mind it. I know me and my father had a draft on Wednesday this past week, my last draft, and we got Miles Sanders in the 5th round, bro. Like, to me, the value's there. The potential is definitely there. We've seen it before. It's just a matter if he does it. That's just what it is with pretty much everybody, right? So
it's kind of the risk you're taking when you have a dual threat quarterback, really. Like when you have a really mobile quarterback. I'm not talking like Tom Brady in the pocket mobile. Like Jalen Hurts can run. Yeah. I also think he can throw a lot better than people give him credit for. I think at Oklahoma he was surgical. So hopefully we see that this week. I mean, I don't know if I want him to finish QB1.
Definitely not anymore if you just made that bet with me.
Yeah,
you're going to be down some money, dude. All those bets you might win today, you're going to lose.
I don't know. I'm still not taking that over. I'll read you guys my I'm doing a 20 times multiplier for $25, so I'll win $500 if I get them all right. So, Yeah, Bob said he's starting Miles Sanders today. A lot of people are today, Bob. I mean, you kind of have to. And where he was drafted, like Ryno said, huge ADP. Like for a stout running back one, right? Like for an RB1 on a team getting picked in the 5th or 4th round, like you kind of have to take him there, depending on what your situation is. So, definitely not a bad play. What do you guys want? What game do you guys want to talk about next?
Hold on, I have a start sit question from YouTube from one of our listener league members, Alex. I think the 15-year-old
Uncle Alex is at a wedding right now, my man.
Uncle Alex.
He popped in. I don't know if he's still here, but he asked Alex Robinson or Valdez Scantling or Tunyon is basically my option right now, because he has A-Rob going against Ramsey, which historically is not a good matchup for anybody really.
Nah, you got to start Allen Robinson over those guys.
Yeah, you can't bench him.
Nah, you don't tinker that way.
Just want to get that out there. It's definitely thoughts that are going through people's mind right now. It's like, who do I bench him? He's going against Jalen Ramsey. Like, yeah, historically.
I would say if you were in an 8-team league and you had like another elite guy.
Of course. But majority don't. So you stick with Al Robinson. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
But okay, move on. We'll I really didn't want to talk about individual games, so let's do something here a little different. I'm gonna ask you guys what you're most excited for today, because it is week 1. We're new season, fresh slate. Guys are coming back from injuries. We've got new rookies. There's so many things that we could be excited for. And who I'm excited for? Jalen Hurts. I'm excited for Donovan Peoples-Jones. Who we're really excited for. But who's one guy that I think that's flying under the radar right now for you, Moose, that you're excited to see today?
So I don't have any pieces of him, but I am excited to see what Jamar Chase actually looks like in real game time, in a real game with this team. Because I think Joe Burrow's, first of all, I think he's really good. He's coming off an injury, which worries me. That O-line worries me. But Jamar Chase is a guy that dropped in ADP quick. And rightfully so with all the drops. But we got to think about a lot of these rookies, man. They didn't play last year. Like, a lot of rookies took the year off because of COVID in college, their last eligible year COVID. So, I mean, I'm just excited to see what he can do in a real game. Like, the over-under for him on underdogs for yards is like 45 yards. If you had told us last year that it was 45 yards, like, I think I would have thought that was a little crazy, no matter what team he was on, because he is an elite route runner, and he did have good hands in college. He's got to figure out this white line issue, but I'm excited to see what he's going to do today. Bob Peta said Mac Jones is the pass defense.
100%.
Bob, baby, the Mac Jones jersey ain't here yet, but we're excited to see that too, man.
How about you, Kev?
I like Jamar Chase too. I'm interested in that. We actually got a TikTok question about, should I trade Lev Bell for Jamar Chase? And I was like, yeah, smash that. We don't even know if Lev Bell is going to be a part of the offense, really.
I think
he's still on the practice squad.
Honestly. Right.
Smash that, bro. Jamar Chase could end up winning your league. He's going to be fine. He wasn't an elite wide receiver prospect for no reason. He's going to figure it out.
Right.
But what I'm excited for today
Have fun, Alex.
The game. I think the game is flying under the radar just because these teams are probably going to be, kind of bad this year. But I'm ready for that Sam Darnold revenge game, and I think there's more fantasy relevant pieces in that game than people expect. I'm ready to see if Sam Darnold, if it was just Adam Gaze or if he's actually bad. But he's got weapons, man. I'm excited to see that Panthers offense with McCaffrey back, the 3 receivers. And then on the other side, I want to see Zach Wilson, because a lot of people are saying he's actually the best quarterback in this draft class, and
a lot of former
he's got 2 really good. He's got 2 really good receivers too, so that's going to be a fun game.
Yeah, you know what? To add on to that, Kevin, it's funny that you said that. I think who was it? Tony Romo came out and said that he's the best quarterback in the draft. Was it him? And
it's funny. He said he's going to be the next Mahomes.
Right. What's funny is you have that comparison, but you also got the Elijah Moore hype. They're saying he's the best receiver in the draft. So if they walked away with the best quarterback, best receiver in the draft, and they pop off today, you're looking at some league winners with Elijah Moore going probably like round 10, and then you got
for sure
Zach Wilson, a free agent. Be the number 1 waiver.
Is it absolutely insane how excited we are to see Sam Darnold and the Jets play. Like, it's
Well,
wild.
And
This is-
Darnold versus Zach Wilson,
what-
bro. I'm pumped.
It's a
Yeah,
revenge
me
game, bro. That's sick. Like, and
Pumped.
it's a quarterback.
No,
It's a
revenge game.
narrative, dude. It's a narrative.
They gave
No,
up on
I-
him. They
I'm-
gave up on him.
they
They
did.
didn't draft him weapons. They had opportunities, and they never did. And they said, you know what? We're done with you, Darnold. And they drafted another guy in his place, bro. Which is nuts
Yes.
because they never gave him a fair shot. The poor guy.
Agreed.
Sure, he went to Gillette and saw a ghost. We know that. But you know, I think Sam Darnold's good. I mean, he had his time where he sucked, you know, like, but every quarterback has bad games, and he's also had a really bad coach over in New York. So he's in Carolina now. They got Matt Rule. That guy is pretty good at coaching. He's got the best running back in the game in CMC, if he can stay healthy, obviously. But then you also got some stout receivers, man, and I'm excited for it. I got to agree with you, Kev. I'm very excited for Sam Darnold. That was actually going to be mine, so. I'm with it.
That
I'm
was
with it.
that was a fantastic call, and I'll leave with this, and we don't have to talk about it anymore. Look at what happened with Tannehill. When
Right.
he left the Gay system,
Yep.
and he got
Right.
some actual real targets. I mean,
Perfect
look at him
moves.
now. But
Yep.
I'm excited for Sam Darnold. I don't quite know if I'm going to put all my money on the boat that he's a good quarterback. But he definitely has more options and more opportunity for success now. That
Yeah.
much I'll say.
Yeah, I like that call, the comparison to Ryan
We
Tannehill.
got a breaking news alert here.
Uh-oh.
Zach Moss is inactive.
Oh, no.
I don't know how many people are really relying on Zach Moss, but
Well, that
Do I-
gets,
he's inactive, so
that boosts
Do
Devin
I
Singletary.
help Singletary.
or what?
I'll let you talk first, Kev. What do you feel about Singletary right now with Moss out?
I think, he could be a good flex play if you need one, but it's still not the best matchup.
So,
And they don't run the ball, man. Allen is just going to go out there and sling it. He's going to try to break down that's actually a really good secondary, but he's going to break him down, and he's going to run the ball a lot. I wouldn't be too excited, even with Moss out, to start Singletary.
Let me ask you. So, I know this is probably not a scenario for a lot of people, but say you got Singletary and you didn't draft well at running backs, and your second running back right now is Javonte Williams. Would you
You're
start?
talking about my team.
Would you start Devin Singletary over Javonte Williams today?
No.
You're talking about my team, man.
He's looking at your team right now, bro.
He is, bro, because I drafted Javonte Williams in like the 4th or 5th round, and then I just took 4 straight running backs back in the draft. I took Naim
No, he
Hines,
went right to it.
Madison,
He was like,
Singletary.
boom.
Do I do that though?
Nah, stick with the young kid, man. They hyped him up all week. I'm ready to see what he can do.
All right,
we
but
did.
before we
He's
talk,
seen Singletary.
Before we talk about that, I'm gonna say what I'm excited for because it involves Denver. I'm very excited to see Denver Broncos today. I don't know why, but I think I'm a Teddy Bridgewater believer. I think he's great. I think he's an awesome quarterback. I think he has a ton of weapons in Denver. Not that he didn't in Carolina, but we got to remember he did lose Christian McCaffrey. That run game was not what it should have been. Mike Davis was okay, but he's not any superstar. But if this kid Javonte Williams is the real deal, he's got Cortland Sutton, he's got Judy, he's got Noah Fant. That's a good offensive line. Teddy Bridgewater is I'm just excited for Denver. I really am. I think they're going to have great abilities to put up points on the board, score you fantasy points. You're going to be able to start Sutton and Judy and Fant and Javonte Williams, every week. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Denver. That's probably who I'd pick. I mean, I can't say Jalen Hurts because I'm just going to just reiterate myself over and over again.
Yeah.
Obviously, I could
That's
say
true.
Philly all day, but I've been talking about Jalen Hurts since fucking we started the show again. So I got to take a different direction here. And I'm not going to say New England because even though we are New England fans, I'm not going to talk about New England Patriots. I was going to say, Sam Darnold because I love how he's coming back. He's going to absolutely
Do we have an alert?
Cut the script. Cut the script. 49ers
got
rookie
here?
running back Trey Sermon is a healthy scratch for week 1.
Oh, no.
Fire up Ryan
Oh,
Mostert.
no.
Wait, why is he a
Mostert
healthy
is
scratch?
I have
Smash.
no idea. I just got.
Yeah,
the
that's not
fantasy-
good.
That's not good at all. That's not good.
good.
Ryno, you first because you have probably 24 pieces of Trey Sermon in this year. That's your boy. What are you making
What
this,
the-
dude?
Did he murder somebody?
I don't know. Even
I'm
Hernandez is
confused.
playing.
Why is he a health? There's no news. Just says he's a healthy scratch.
I didn't even get it on Twitter. It's not even on Twitter yet. I just saw it on Fantasy Pros. So before, we gotta have Shefty or Ian Rappaport confirm it.
Can we get some news?
But like that's insane. I mean that's crazy, man. Like I know, lock Raheem Mostert in for a top 10, top 8 day.
Wait, what? No.
Bro.
All right, well,
listen,
it's good. It's good because I'm not starting him anywhere. But I just want to know why, bro. Because season long, like I was excited for Trey Sermon.
No information yet, man. It just says check back shortly. Like.
No, so Matthew Berry just tweeted it out. Jason Moore just tweeted it out. Yeah, no, so it's happened. So he's Raheem must start. That's it. That's all.
Oh yeah, must start for sure today. Because what Jeff Wilson is going to be his backup today. Ooh,
yeah,
give me all the. You know who else? Fire up Debo today. If you had any hesitation, fire up Debo Samuel while he's healthy. Use him while you can in this awesome matchup because he's gonna get carries.
What the hell?
They love to use him that way.
I'm not happy.
You know what's? Yeah, you shouldn't be happy. You know what's crazy?
I don't know what he did.
So, dude, he definitely told the coach to F off.
He had to do something, bro, because they've been talking all good things about him.
That's wild. That's a wild move from a Shanahan offense I never thought I'd see. Debo Samuel right now, over-under for the underdog picks is 57.5 rush plus reception yards. Like, you might have to take that. Like, that's insane. I mean, I don't think I necessarily would, but if you're a Debo Samuel like believer, then yeah, take that. Big day for Brandon Ayuk or George Kittle, or do you think they're just gonna run the fucking ball all day?
Most of it's gonna have.
I think everybody can have a big day. Everybody's gonna have a big day, man. Detroit stinks.
What the actual fuck?
I think you can start them all. Kittle, Ayuk, Debo, Mostert. I think they can all provide value, and honestly, if Jimmy G is the starting quarterback, throw him in a DraftKings lineup. He's probably dumb cheap.
So Ryno.
I'm just in shock right now.
I'm shocked too, man. We did not see that one coming.
So Ryno though.
No.
How many leagues do you have him starting?
Shut it down, bro.
Right now?
Shut it down.
Starting none. I don't have him starting anywhere.
Okay.
But
all right.
I have him in like 6 of my 8 leagues, bro. I'm just really confused as to why he's out. I need some detail, bro. Like they can't just be saying he's a healthy scratch. We need to know.
Healthy scratch, dude. He's inactive and he didn't have an injury.
It's not good, bro.
Bro, could that be like a PED type of thing? Like, could that be like a drug test type of thing?
Maybe they don't think he's can handle it.
Could be COVID. Could be he's not vaccinated. I mean, I don't know.
But then he wouldn't be a healthy scratch, would he?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he doesn't have.
No,
COVID,
but he wouldn't be.
If he had
COVID, he would be on the list.
Right, but I'm saying they scratch him out because he doesn't have vaccine or
right.
something. I don't know. I don't know. It's not really a hot take, Tony. I agree 100%. Most of the top 3 back on the week. I could easily be number 1 back on the week. I mean, Trey Lance making an appearance, Bob wants to know. He could.
Yes.
I think he does.
I think he'll see the field at some point, for sure.
We do have a start-sit question real quick from Tony. He wants to know Jalen Hurts or Matt Stafford against the Chicago Bears. I'll go with Jalen Hurts.
Jalen. He's got the rushing upside, man, in a good matchup.
Yeah, I mean, you're good, Bob. You got Mostert and Sir on the same team in Yahoo. That's fine. You start Mostert. But I'm just in shock, man. I don't understand why. I really need to know. I need details, bro. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. I need some details.
Frick, man. I had him starting one of my lineups.
Right, he was a good
Sermon?
play, bro. We had
Sermon, yeah.
We pretty much agreed that he's going to be a decent flex play. You know, like
I had him starting as a running back in a 2-flex league, and I had Kamara and Woods in my flex. So now I'm looking at taking Trey Sermon out for Mooney, Callaway, Madison Stevenson, Gabriel Davis, or Gerald Everett. I mean, I'll probably go Gabriel Davis just for the big play upside against Pittsburgh.
I think go with Mooney.
He's
if
A-Rob, though.
Yeah, he's playing. He's expected to play.
He's playing for sure? All right. Yeah, you're right. Shit. I'm
saying, like, if A-Rob is going to be shadowed by Ramsey, then Mooney will be could become the #1 target in that game.
Oh my god.
That's crazy, man. That's really crazy. Okay. That's the biggest news. I mean, breaking news on the fantasy dads. We need a thing. I can't.
I need a reason why, dude. Because now I have stock in him too, and if he's gonna be a healthy scratch every week until someone gets hurt, that's not what we were drafting in the fucking 5th, 6th round.
It's like Darwin Thompson all over again, bro.
Oh God, no! Don't even say that name, bro.
Oh my goodness.
But dude, it's weird. It's weird because experts, bro. Not that we're not experts. I consider ourselves pretty knowledgeable football fans, but like experts like Matthew Berry, Jason Moore, the fantasy footballers, NFL Network, and all these guys, bro. They had Trey Sermon as the guy to watch this year and to take the job from Mostert and to be the league winner and all this shit. And then week 1 comes, and then boom, dropped a bomb on me. Like that's crazy. That is actually crazy.
I'm hoping there's a legitimate reason that it's just this week. Like I don't know what it is.
Think about it.
What?
That's crazy. That's actually crazy, dude. It just shows you. It just goes to show you that no matter who you are, when it comes to football and it comes to fantasy, these teams don't give a fuck about you. They're gonna do what they want to do. That's what I mean. So you can't really call yourself an expert unless you got a spot in the seat in the room with the coach and you know what's gonna happen every week. So it's just crazy to me. Honestly, I'm in shock. I'm in shock.
Yeah, that one's
just crazy.
That one blew my mind, Moose. Good job, like seeing that and lighting up. That was crazy.
It blew me away. Like the Zach Moss. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't give a shit about Zach Moss.
Nah, he's junk.
That dude was trash on the field last year. They took a fairly high draft pick to pick him. Right?
I need a beer.
Round.
I need a fucking beer. I need a beer.
All right, go get a beer. Man, go get a beer.
It's almost time.
Yeah, it's for sure that time now. That surprised me, man, because we were talking about how you could play him this week. Like, how can you play him going forward? How are you going to trust that he's even like the guy? I don't
even know what else to say. I'm just like, what do I do? Like, I mean, do I just? I don't even know. Like,
I had him starting one league. I'm gonna go Callaway. Over Moody.
I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Let's move on to the next topic so I can stop thinking about this depressing thing. Let's move on. Now, I'd like to ask.
Getting emotional.
Besides Trey Sermon, who do you think will be the biggest bust week 1?
Oh, bust. Well, we already had Zeke. We were pretty spot on Thursday night moves, right? About Zeke. We nailed that one.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we had some great calls.
Did you guys say start Gronk?
We said you could, but God knows, like, but what did we say? We both said touchdown upside. Like, he's got to get touchdowns to get you points. That wasn't necessarily the case, but he ended up with 2, and it's clear that he is a favorite in that red zone again and will be all season long until he gets hurt.
Well, what's good is that you can move Trey Sermon to the IR spot because he has an O next to his name, Moose. Just a little heads up.
Yep.
So if you want to go ahead and go add somebody, like a handcuff in case somebody gets hurt today, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
Good shout.
Rashard Penny, just to give some names real quick, a Rashard Penny, a Damian Williams stock, a Mark Ingram stock in case he's the bell cow over in Houston. Nichols in Tennessee is not a bad guy to stash. Just to name a couple. Ty Johnson. He's unavailable in this league, but
that's who I'll be going after.
Ahmed from Miami. I mean, there's tons of guys you could go stash on your bench in case someone gets hurt today. That way you don't have to worry about waiver. If you do have Trey Sermon, you can move him to the IR spot. A little heads up for you. Crazy, man. Damn. All right, so biggest bust, Kev. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I'm looking through here. I'm going to say, going out on a limb and saying maybe Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb will disappoint today because I just think the game script won't favor him. Kareem Hunt might be a little bit more involved today against the Chiefs. I'm going to be throwing the ball a ton in that one on both sides. So I think if Chubb doesn't score, it's going to be the same situation as Zeke, where you're just looking at like 60 yards, 70 yards, and no scores. and he's not going to catch many balls. So that's what I would say. Say Chubb's going to have a tough day.
I like that.
Yeah,
call.
I don't have many pieces of Chubb. I do in that one dynasty league team that I was absolutely gifted. As far as tough days, I think Austin Eckler might have a tough day. First off, he already said in the fantasy footballers that he may not get the goal line touches, which I think we might have figured anyways, but he didn't say it, but he said it. And he's going against a really good Washington football team. And I think they're going to struggle against this team, to be honest with you. I don't know who's going to win this game, but that Washington defense is like, they're no joke, man. So I'm not saying to not play him. Don't get me wrong. I just wouldn't expect, 20, 25 points out of him today, like he could get against some of these trash defenses he'll be playing this year. So just a little bit worried about Eckler.
Yeah.
What about you,
When
Ryan?
Chubb goes off for a 75-yard touchdown, then y'all can put it on me. Just waiting
It's always
for it now.
possible. It's always possible.
All right, so
For sure, man.
my biggest bust I think today. I hate to do this, but I think it's gonna be Matt Stafford. I like the Los Angeles Rams. I think they're gonna be a great team. But I think week 1, I think Stafford's gonna go out and lay a duck. They're gonna have no run game, and that's gonna hurt him drastically. Chicago they're not the best defense, but the Chicago Bears, they could have a good defense. We don't know. It's week 1. If I had to pick somebody, 'cause I know people are starting Stafford because they got him extremely late in drafts with the ceiling being extremely high with all these weapons, yada, yada, yada. But they have no run game. They have 0 run game. Unless you're a believer in Darrell Henderson or a believer in Sony Michel, which I don't know why you would be, then he'll be okay. But, I mean, I don't know. He could go out there and throw, 80 times? I mean, I don't know. It's hard to pick because, it's matchups are pretty solid throughout the league, but.
Yeah. I don't.
We haven't seen anybody play yet either. So.
Right, so it's tough. But I think with all the hype and people's beliefs, I mean, dude, what was he in betting? Was he 4th for MVP in betting? The 4th odd or something like that? 4th in odds for betting?
Yeah, I've seen, I think it was Bart Scott, which, I mean, he always has some trash takes. The guy that used to play linebacker for the Jets. As Pats fans, I don't like him at all. But he said he's going to break the record. He's going to throw for 6,000 yards.
This man's funny. See, what people also need to understand is that Detroit sucked. They sucked every year he was there, so he had no choice but to throw the ball in a tremendous amount of times at a pace that is shouldn't be the pace you want. So, not having a run game, Chicago, I know Andy Dalton's out there, but they're not a shitty team. They have a good running back in David Montgomery. They could control that clock. It's just, I think Matt Stafford hype is great. I'm happy for Matt Stafford. He's got Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Tyler Higbee, Van Jefferson, whoever else, Deshaun Jackson. That's great. Good. Awesome. Happy for you, man. But you better fucking go out there and do what you're supposed to do. So, Barkley was a guy I was thinking about saying, Bob, but
Oh, yeah.
he's hurt, so I don't want to say he's going to be a bust because he's hurt, so I wasn't going to pick him. OBJ is a guy I think might bust today. I know people are probably starting wide receiver too. I think he's going to lose his job today. So, no, I'm kidding. Not today.
Ryan is going DPJ over OBJ.
DPJ over OBJ.
All year long,
All
man.
fucking day, baby. All fucking day.
Yeah, to touch on Stafford, he's going to have a good year with those guys, that system, those weapons. But to say he's going to throw for 6,000 yards just seems a little ridiculous. I mean,
but I think just a week
why
one,
isn't Aaron Rodgers has never done it.
Week 1 bust for me.
Drew Brees never even did that. Come on now.
Right. That's my week 1 bust. I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna be a bust all year, but that's my bust for today. I'm not rocking that. What's good, V Dot? So we're moving on. We're moving on from that. All right. Anyway, Barkley. We could talk about Barkley a little bit. He's coming into the week. He's banged up. There was speculation he wasn't gonna play. There was speculation he was gonna be on a limited snap count. People went crazy adding Devontae Booker, which you should. I drafted him in a couple of leagues. He's got stock because Barkley is he's a glass house. If you got Barkley today, are there any running backs? I know before the show we talked about Trey Sermon starting over Barkley, but are there any running backs that could potentially be on people's benches that have Barkley, like a Darrell Henderson or give me Myles Gaskin, I guess maybe, or a Tyson Williams.
I would definitely go with probably both of them. They said used sparingly for talking about Saquon Barkley. That makes me nervous.
Right.
Don't know exactly what that means, but
it makes me nervous. I have him in a league and I'm starting him because I don't have much else. But I got him at the pick 10. I had no choice but to take him. I could have not taken him, but I took him. And I have Booker, thankfully. But I don't know who I'm going to, if I take him out, I don't really have many options to put in there with Barkley's upside of being a superstar. I can't really take him out week 1. Now, if he goes out there this week and lays an egg and absolutely puts it in my ass, then I'd be in trouble. But I think if you have Barkley, I think you've got to start him today. Unless you have an outstanding bench running backs that you went 4 running backs in a row in the draft, then yeah. But you can't really start, Sony Michel or even Naim Hines. Like you can't. No, I wouldn't. Not this week.
I think the scenario, Ryno, would be like if you have 2 running backs, like I think, does he finish top 25, top 20 is the question. Like if you have a Myles Gaskin and Aaron Jones, stack. Like if you just went running back heavy the first 3 or 4 rounds, like are you starting Barkley in a flex spot? Like are you going to bother with that, or are you going to use one of your wide receivers that has a big upside?
That's a very good question.
I think that's the question here, because my cutoff is probably like Myles Gaskin and Damian Harris and like Mike Davis. Like I would
start all 3 of those over Saquon if you can. If you have somebody else,
but you would question it, right? Like that's my point. Is that like you're gonna look at your lineup and be like, shit, this is tough. Like to start a Mike Davis over a Saquon Barkley, like that decision isn't taken lightly. So if you do have Barkley and you're playing him, let us know who's on your bench. We'd love to know, because this is going to be a tough thing going forward with a guy that is coming off a big injury and they're already saying he's not going to get the workload. So where do we go from here? So let us know who you have, because I think it would be awesome to try to evaluate that. Like Raheem Mostert, I'm starting today over Saquon Barkley.
There's even before the Sermon news, that's a beautiful call. I have all right. So here I have him just to give you guys like a live look at what I'm dealing with. So in a league, it's half point PPR. I did draft Barkley number 10 overall. I'm not happy about it, but what am I gonna do, right? So my running backs are not great. I have Barkley and James Robinson as my RB1s and 2s, which looks great on paper. But then on my bench, all I have is Trey Sermon, Rhamondre Stevenson, Devontae Booker, and Ty Johnson. So like, there's not really much I can do with that. Now with Trey Sermon news, I could move him to the IR quick, hit save, and go to this free agent list here. And even then, I'm not diving into that. So it's tough because I can't bench Saquon Barkley for his backup. That'd be my only option at this point.
Yeah.
So
he's still going to provide points. Like I think he still gets like 10 to 13 points. But I still think it's just limited. Like his floor is as low as his ceiling in my mind, right?
It really just depends on what they consider used sparingly. But Joe Judge he comes from the Bill Belichick coaching tree, and he might just be talking out his ass, Used sparingly could mean the guy plays first and second down, he comes off the field on third, like a lot of other starting running backs. Like who knows?
It could just be, that's actually a really great point. And usually we don't decipher things like this because it's tough to put value behind that, like actual statistics behind it, which is what fantasy is. But that's a good point, because now, they got to get ready for somebody else, right? Like now they got to get ready for 2 guys. Maybe that takes just a little bit more emphasis off of Saquon Barkley, which in New York's eyes is an obvious advantage over Denver. So that's a good point. And if he does do that and we see Barkley get 25 carries, 30 carries or upwards, like we obviously know that Joe Judge is just always lying out of his ass. So it'll help us determine that.
And it means start Saquon Barkley no matter what,
Right.
if that's what happens. So
All right.
Yeah, Bob Peters said I started Carson over Barkley and also have Damian Harris. Yeah, I mean, like I would start.
Yeah,
Carson
those guys are fine.
Right. All right, so we do have a question on YouTube here. It's from V.Kev. That's Victor from our work, if you didn't know. He wants to know Tyson Williams or Damian Harris. Before we answer, V. I just want to know, is that your flex or your RB2? If it's your flex, let me know what you got for receivers too. But I like Damian Harris today. I think he has a very good ceiling for touchdowns, in New England. They don't really have much competition per se when it comes to that goal line work. Besides the rookie, but we don't really know. We know how rookie running backs work in New England. So I think I'd stick with Damian Harris. I know Tyson Williams is getting that pickup hype because of what's going on with Baltimore's running backs.
Oh, is that Victor Lopes?
Yes.
What up, man? How you doing?
Anyway,
yeah, I'm going Harris as well.
Yeah, I think Harris is the call here. What about you, Moose?
I just want to say, I told you this was going to happen with Tyson Williams. I said it at the beginning of the show. That's what everyone's going to be curious about because he now has the RB1 workload, or so we think. But yeah, Damian Harris, I think he definitely has a higher floor because we don't know what the floor is for Tyson Williams. And then Damian Harris, if he gets the goal line touches, if we know how Belichick works, we know how this offense works. Cam is gone. That helps him. But we could see Ramondre Stevenson just bully his way into the end zone.
Oh, and it's going to be Brandon Bolden.
Yeah, right. Like, so it's a hesitant start, and that's why he's asking the question, and that's exactly what we're looking for. In this regard, though, I would go Damian Harris. I think he finishes top 25. I think he has potential to go top 20.
Right, you gotta mute yourself next time, my dude.
I muted into the stream. They didn't hear me.
Oh, all
that's
right.
Good.
So, yeah, all right.
It's just the fantasy dads at work. That's great.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I think Damian Harris is an interesting play this week. We just need to see. Here's the thing too: you can't put too much stock in just 1 week of him getting the goal line touches because the next week he could get all of them, and the week after that he could get none. So it's going to be all about play script. I do think they're going to try to toss the ball into the end zone a little bit more today. That's just me. Great tight end set, but yeah, I would probably go Harris over Tyson Williams. I just don't trust.
Yeah.
I don't trust any of that backfield yet. Like they're picking guys off of like the Walmart specials list. It just doesn't. It's not doing it for me just yet.
Yeah, it's always tough.
Yeah, I like Harris, man.
But it's his RB2. I don't think it changes anything. I think we stick with the Damian Harris call.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, Moose, hit me with the topic, bro.
Bro, I'm just looking at who we have playing today. I'm really just curious as to what you are gonna think is gonna happen. Like, the one thing I've been thinking about is T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, and Joe Mixon. Like all day, I was like, what's gonna happen with these guys? Because their O-line's still trash. Joe Burrow's coming off a huge injury. We've seen guys like that come off an injury and they play a little bit more hesitant. And I'm not saying I'm completely worried about it. I'm playing T. Higgs today. There's no question about it. If you have Joe Mixon, you drafted him for a reason. So you're probably playing him too. But what do you think is going to happen with the target share today? I'll say. What do you think? Who do you think leads it? What do you think is going to happen?
Answer this first.
I would say Higgins or Boyd will lead the target share. Boyd is going to be like the security blanket for Burrow, like he was last year. He's going to get targeted heavily with the the lower depth of target kind of passes. T. Higgins will be more downfield, and we're not exactly sure what to expect.
We lost him. Hold on, chat. Stick with us here. Hopefully they realize that we're muted here. Not sure what just happened with my Discord. It closed on me. But we are just talking about T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and Jamar Chase. I guess I'll say what I have to say while we get this loaded up again. Not really sure what just happened there. But I think T. Higgins is a fine play. I think Jamar Chase is a fine flex play. Tyler Boyd is a wide receiver 3 at least. I think they got to throw the ball 40 to 50 times. I think all 3 of them are playable, and you can definitely use them in pretty much any format. But I do apologize for technical difficulties here. This happened to me last
Higgs,
week. Not sure why it shut down. They didn't hear a word you guys just said. My Discord restarted.
Oh no!
Bob
Peter, I'm sorry. We were talking about Cincinnati. Kev was relishing the fact that he likes Tyler Boyd and he thinks he's going to be a safety blanket.
Hold on. I said what I had to say, so they didn't hear anything you said, Kev. So we'll just start back with you, bro. Kev, what were you saying?
Yeah, Tyler Boyd is going to be Burrow's security blanket like he was last year. He'll probably lead in targets. The lower depth of target kind of throws. T. Higgins will be the downfield guy. Probably he might have more fantasy points than Boyd, but I like them both. And what Jamar Chase's role is going to be, we're not sure yet, but I think both these teams are going to be able to move the ball today against weaker defenses. They could go back and forth, so I like Boyd and Higgins.
All right. Yeah, no, T. Higgs. I'm all in on T. Higgins. You guys know this. I didn't take any pieces of Jamar Chase. I didn't take any pieces of Joe Mixon or Tyler Boyd. I think Boyd has more opportunity as of right now than Jamar Chase does. I think he really needs to come into his own. And he needs some targets in game for us to see what's really going to happen. So I definitely think that T. Higgs is the guy today. And like you said, Kev, I do think he has more fantasy points today because I think he's going to get the red zone looks. So if you have T. Higgs, I'd fire him up because I think he's going to finish with a fairly big week because they're going to have to put the ball in the air. Joe Mixon's not going to be able to do it all by himself. There's no more Gio Bernard to open up that, to open Joe Burrow up a little bit. So yeah, I think T. Higgins can finish top 20 against this team this week. I think it's a really great start.
I agree. I love Cincy. I love Joe Burrow. I think people are sleeping on him. We had a couple people comment on our video about how Joe Burrow was better than Jalen Hurts and stuff like that. And I think skill-wise, yes. But fantasy-wise, I think Hurts is still a better play. But if you have Burrow's stock, you like in the viewer league we got, I picked him in the 15th round. Absolute steal. And I didn't pick a quarterback until then. And let me tell you, man, I couldn't be happier with my quarterback situation compared to what I have at my receivers and running back spots. So I think Joe Burrow is going to have a fantastic year as long as he can keep himself on the field. I know he doesn't run a lot, but that's not a bad thing. So that means he's going to stay healthy. But,
yeah, he has
fire up, Joey.
He definitely has a better arm. He's a better thrower of the ball than Jalen Hurts. But for fantasy, right. You need to get that cheat code that is the running QB.
Right.
Burrow will be fine though. I have him ranked as like a low-end QB1, man, so I like him a lot with those weapons. They're one of the top 5 trios in the league for sure.
Yeah, it's about to get spicy in Cincy. I think they're gonna have a decent team this year. I think it's time. But that division itself is just really competitive, so we like that. Moving on though, anybody in chat, I just want to remind y'all, if you're on YouTube, if you're on our Facebook page right now, make sure you guys hit the like button for us. Make sure you guys hit the share button. Throw a comment in the chat. Let us know who your start-sit questions are, what you're excited for today. And we do appreciate. We are happy to be back. Week 1's here. Football is back. We're less than an hour away from kickoff. So we're going to be going here for another 25 minutes. So make sure you guys get your start-sit questions in. Also, make sure you guys check out our social media. All our stuff is listed under Kevin's face, but it's all the Fantasy Dads. Just all you got to do is search the Fantasy Dads. And we'll come up. TikTok's booming. Kevin's video just is pretty much going viral right now with Key and Peele, which is fire. But make sure you guys support us offline too, because this show won't be possible unless you support us offline. So that's all I can really ask you today. I appreciate everybody being here for sure. That's great, and we love that. But offline content is what helps us grow, and it's what's going to help us put us on the map with these other guys, these other clowns that think they know football. So make sure you guys help us out with that. Definitely TikTok. Check us out on TikTok. We do plan on going live on there eventually once we do hit 1K followers. We should be hitting 700 today if we didn't already. But we're moving up. We're on the up, and we're doing well. And this is something we're going to move forward with. So I want you guys to be here for the ride. Don't be sleeping. And we got a question from Michelangelo. There he is. We got Ryan Tannehill, Ryan Tannehill, or Joe Burrow.
From the tailgate.
Ryan Tannehill or Joe Burrow. We're going to go Joe Burrow all day.
Whoa,
All day for me. All day for me.
No, I disagree.
That's fine.
I disagree.
I know you do. So that's why I'm taking Joe Burrow.
I was like, speak for your damn.
Arizona
I am.
secondary
I changed the term from
Swiss
we to
cheese, bro.
I take Joe Burrow all day. I take Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow is going to have a fantastic day against Minnesota.
We're getting it going, boys. Let's go.
Yo, Arizona has like high school kids playing cornerback right now. They're just plucking guys off the street. They can't field the lineup. AJ Brown, Julio Jones are gonna feast today.
I think that, but I think that Derrick Henry is gonna run all over him, and they're not gonna throw a lot. I'm thinking 24 passing attempts from Ryan Tannehill today. Derrick Henry's gonna run the ball 20 to 30 times. What do you mean we'll see? That's exactly what's gonna happen. You guys know it.
Yeah, but even still,
my Lord.
Tennessee will just score. They'll just score 40 points, bro. And if that's the case, they'll
That's
throw
fine.
two.
So that's 3 rushing touchdowns from Derrick Henry. I'll take that all day. It doesn't mean Ryan Tannehill is gonna have a beautiful day. I'm just saying, I like Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow's potential to have a bigger day against Minnesota is higher than Ryan Tannehill to have a bigger day against.
I mean,
Arizona.
All right, man.
should we just get into the bold predictions now? Because mine involves Ryan Tannehill. Should we just do that?
I'm not saying he won't be great. I'm just arguing with you guys.
You have been high on Burrow, though. So,
Yeah.
like, this call for you is not necessarily surprising. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
True.
yeah, no, I'd go Tannehill. Bold prediction of the week: he finishes as a top 3 QB this week. That's my bold prediction.
Over who?
Over who?
Yeah. Who's not in the top 3 that would be for anybody else?
Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow.
They're not in my top. Jalen Hurts is, but
So,
Joe Burrow's not in my top.
What are we gonna see? We're gonna see like Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, or like a Mahomes and Josh Allen be the only ones to finish ahead of Tanny?
You think Tannehill's gonna finish over Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson?
Only 2 of them.
I know. I'm
Two of
naming.
them will
I'm
finish ahead of
naming.
him.
I'm naming
No, I think he
guys.
finished. Yeah, okay.
I'm naming the guys that are
going
gonna finish ahead of him. Aaron Rodgers.
I think he
Jameis Winston
finishes-
will have a better day than Ryan Tannehill.
What?
Wow, he's yelling now. You got him yelling.
What?
You got him fired up, Moose.
Oh, what? What do you mean? You're for real?
Jameis Winston has potential to have a better day than Ryan Tannehill. What's crazy about that? Tell me what's crazy about that.
Tell you what's crazy about it. Jameis Winston is in a new offense. Barely new. Okay, he's starting. He's got Marquez Callaway and Alvin Kamara. What do you mean?
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? He's gonna have to score.
Ryan
Tannehill's not gonna have to score. That's what you guys are like. Never mind. Whatever. You guys do what you gotta do. I would take 10 quarterbacks this week over Ryan Tannehill, even though I'm using him in DFS because his value is through the roof. But I am taking tons of other players over Ryan Tannehill as a quarterback.
That's crazy. So you don't think he finishes top 5 either? Like you?
No,
think that's
I don't
a bold
think he
prediction
finishes
of mine?
top 5. No, not at all.
Oh, that's wild. Oh, you're wild. You're.
Did you draft him to be a top 5 quarterback?
I drafted him to be top 7. Yeah.
What round did you pick him?
I don't remember. It was like 1 league. I'm in like 10
Dude,
of them.
there's
I think
plenty...
it was in like. The
He might
8th or 9th
finish.
round.
He might finish outside the top 10.
No way. Not a shot.
I don't know.
I would
man.
bet money on that. Like I would bet my next paycheck on that.
Outside the top 10.
Ooh.
Yeah,
We're gonna bet paychecks now.
25.
You guys got wagers
Just
going here, man.
A nice friendly wager, $25. He
No,
absolutely
no money. Well, let's do. Let's do.
Educational.
I'll buy you 2 rounds if Ryan Tannehill finishes in the top 3. If he doesn't and he finishes 4 and under, you have to buy me 4 rounds.
4 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
You were just saying he wasn't finishing top 10.
All right, whatever, dude. I'm just trying to make it even for you. So top 10 then. So
All right, bet.
All right.
Bet.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll buy you 4 rounds.
It's a beer bet. It's the beer bet of the week. Beer bet of the week, bro.
Bet. Entertainment purposes.
Bring it up. Give me the ultra. Bring it up.
That's it.
All right, so we got a question.
We just
from
need a
Pizza.
soundbite for that now, man.
What's good, Pizza? Welcome back to the show, man, Chris.
Pizza.
His nickname's Pizza. Chris was
What's up?
definitely a big viewer for us last year. So welcome back to the show, man. He's got a flex spot question. Tyler Boyd, Kareem Hunt, Marquise Brown, or Juju? First off, is this PPR? Second, that's crazy. Is this a 10-man league? That's good. It's good depth. It's a tough fucking question though. I'll tell you that. Probably the hardest one we've had yet. And there's only one selection here. So I'm gonna go first because I want to be the guy who's wrong. I don't want you guys to be wrong. I'm gonna take the heat here, and I'm gonna tell you to start Kareem Hunt. I just think if it's PPR, I think he's a safe play today. Whereas Tyler Boyd, he's got two other guys. Marquise Brown, he could be great, but I don't think he has what he needs to have to be a wide receiver one for Baltimore. Yeah, so I think I go Kareem Hunt if it's PPR, which it is, okay. And Juju had a decent year last year, but I don't know. I'm not sold on Juju. I never will be. So I'm going to go with Kareem Hunt. I don't know. I'll let Moose go next here.
Yeah, I was actually gonna agree. I don't. Kareem Hunt, he fits into the game plan. I think today against Kansas City, they're gonna have to throw the ball, and that means having him out on the field quite a bit. I don't like Juju this week. He's definitely a player I like much less than his like ECR. Like I think he has trouble going top 50 this week. In as far as wide receivers go, I think Kareem Hunt just has the opportunity to catch a lot of balls out of the backfield. I think they're going to have to do that against this Kansas City defense. So yeah, no, I would agree Kareem Hunt. And like I said, I've been low on Juju all season. I'm not about to, be higher on him now. So I'm going to go with the words I've been preaching.
I'm going to go with Boyd. Yeah, I think Boyd has like 7 or 8 catches today. Possible touchdown, so I think he's got that safe PPR floor you need for a flex spot, especially.
All right, so we got Boyd from Kevin, and me and Moose are saying Kareem Hunt. I think both of those picks are fine. Boyd would probably be my second option, but I just like the running back upside for Kareem Hunt. I think I'd rather start him in a flex than Tyler Boyd this week because we know what we're gonna get with Cleveland. Hunt's gonna get the looks. I know Boyd will too, but I mean. As much as I love Joe Burrow, he is coming off of an injury, a pretty serious one, so we got to make sure that he is who he is, which I think he will be, and I'm believing in him, as you just heard me argue. But if I had the option of Kareem Hunt over Tyler Boyd, I think I would take it. All right, well, Moose dropped his bold prediction. We're getting to the end of the show here, so I'm going to let Kev drop his. Did we Kevin's.
Let me peep here. Let me peep.
Let's fix Kevin's cam, huh?
See what we got here. What happened?
Nothing. You're good.
Am I a gray blob again?
You were, yeah. I fixed you.
Oh,
it happens.
Man. Okay. We going out on a limb here. I'm gonna say. The dumpster fire that is the Houston Texans.
Wow.
Led by Tyrod Taylor. Come out and win this game. I don't know who's going to be running the ball, but I say Nico Collins catches a touchdown, and Houston actually wins this game. They got Jacksonville favored by 3.5.
Well, I'm gonna have to.
That's what I'm going to say. I think that team is terrible. This might be their only win of the year, but you could easily pick that team to not win a single game all year, and that wouldn't be a hot take. So I'm going to say today they get it out of the way, and they win. Nico Collins will be a waiver ad. In the
I just dropped him in the viewer league for a defense, but let me say something about Houston. I think they have a player on their team that is starting worthy. I think he's going to be the number 1 waiver ad after this week, and that's Jordan Atkins. I think Jordan Atkins is a tight end. He's that you're going to want to know. Tyrod Taylor throws his tight ends a lot. Don't laugh at me, Kev.
I'm not. I'm laughing because Moose hates Jordan Atkins. He yelled at us the other day.
You absolutely hate that man.
Why do you hate him?
I hate all tight ends. We've gone over this.
You're a weirdo.
Get rid of him.
Tyrod Taylor doesn't hate tight ends. He likes them a lot. So I think he's going to get the ball to Atkins very early and often. Looking at like 6 catches maybe for this guy. In a PPR, he's going to be a hot ad, especially with the tight ends being in such a weak position in fantasy football. Just a guy to keep in mind heading into today's games to look out for. But my bold prediction was Trey Sermon related, but now that he's not playing, we're not going to have to go with that one. And you guys already know I make bold predictions like I don't have any money on it, but I do. So I'm gonna have to go with. Oh man. All right. Justin Herbert comes out, absolutely shreds Washington's defense. And, yeah, we'll go with that. We'll just say that. Top 5.
Yeah, he was our, one of our don't quarterbacks of the week because of the tough matchup. But so that's what makes it bold. Because everybody knows he's good, but this is just a terrible matchup.
very bad matchup, and I really don't know if I can go in the direction of the Jets or the Carolina Panthers, or if I want to even touch that. I could go Buffalo, but there's no really bold predictions there besides Gabe Davis. He could emerge as the wide receiver too, which he already is. And, I could speak my Donovan Peoples-Jones preach again, but you guys already heard that way too many times.
We've heard it.
And Jalen Hurts is my quarterback of the year. So we're gonna rock with the Justin Herbert bold prediction that he finishes the top 5 quarterback today and produces some solid numbers for your Keenan Allen stock and for your Joshua Palmer stock too. He's gonna make a name today. There we go. That's it for me. I'm gonna go with that as a bold prediction. And I think that's pretty bold because a lot of people are starting him today. A lot of people are gonna have to play Justin Herbert. He was the guy that was picked in drafts ahead of Lamar Jackson in some leagues. He was picked before, Russell Wilson and Dak Prescott in some leagues. Some people have him ranked higher. Some people have him ranked in the top 5 already. But Washington's defense is the real deal. They almost beat the Bucs in the playoffs last year because their defense is the real deal. And Chase Young's only going to get better, and he's the difference maker on that team. And he's only going to get better. So it's bold to say that. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm taking an easy way out with Justin Herbert. I know he's good, but you guys don't understand how good Washington's defense is. Like, Washington's defense is next generation. Like, they are here. They are good.
Yeah. Yeah, they're the reason they could get through the playoffs, which to say that about the Washington football team is insane. Just to say how bold this is. So in the pick'ems, right? In underdog pick'ems, I took the 20 times multiplier, and one of my picks is Justin Herbert under 20.55 fantasy points. Now, before you think that's crazy, I'll tell you about how the fantasy points actually work in this particular pick'em. So passing yards is 0.04 per yard, and passing touchdowns are 4. So he's got to get 5 touchdowns and some yardage.
That's the standard scoring for a QB. So it's like 1 point every 25 yards and then 4-point passing TDs.
Give or take, yeah. So I think he's under that today, but that's also kind of a risky move as well. So we'll see. But no, I'm definitely too invested in today. So I'm excited.
Cool.
Yeah, man. I like that. We're ready. Scott Hansen comes on in 40 minutes, boys.
A little update here on the TikTok. We are 4 followers away from 700. That's actually insane. That I remember, last week we tweeted out that we were happy about 100. And now we're almost at 7. I just want to thank everybody that's here that does support us on TikTok. It means a lot. We're having a ton of fun doing it. I'm editing videos for football, which is awesome. Kevin's making some funny-ass YouTube things.
Kev's almost at 50K, bro.
Danny Perkins came through with almost 200K views on his video. We're all having fun. And Moose is just, he's got the duck, bro. Where's the duck today, bro? Where's the duck?
Bro, I forgot the duck at work. I'm sorry. I'll
Victory
bring the duck
duck, bro.
We got to have
duck
a crazy
is now part of the show.
Somehow.
The duck needs to be part of this team, bro. He is this team. But
he's no ordinary duck. He's a mallard.
Eventually, we'll be able to tune in on TikTok. That's going to happen. Whether it's all of us or if it's just one of us, we'll be on there. We'll be on there for start sits. Much more versatile, much more open and easy for you guys to get to us. But, again, just want to say thank you to everybody for being here. And it's the last call for start sit questions. If you're watching or if you have anything you want to say that's bold, let us hear it. Drop it in the chat. Make sure you guys hit that share button for us. Hit the like button. Show the Fantasy Dad some love as we're getting ready for week 1 of freaking football, baby. It's back. It's fall weather outside. A little tad bit humid, but nothing crazy. Very excited. Cut the grass.
It's 80 degrees today, man.
That's all right. Fall weather. Pop on the sweatshirt.
Real quick, because I have to know. First day of football, obviously big menus. What are you guys going with today?
Ooh. Well, I know that Jenna's cooking some teriyaki meatballs and mac and cheese.
Oh. What about you, Kev? What are you making, man?
I'm at Rye's house, so whatever they having.
Oh shit! I'm making chili. I'm sorry, I'm not coming over, but I had to make some chili today. I've been dying.
Chili day.
I've been dying for some chili. Michelangelo, real quick, said bold prediction: Kyle Pitts top 3 tight end this week. Love that out of you.
Bold per se, but it's something that a lot of people are actually calling for.
Love that.
Philly's defense can't.
He's a monster, bro.
Can't cover tight ends, and he's a big boy. So I don't hate that prediction at all. Tight ends, man. Tight ends are tough. Oh God. Man, we could see. Honestly, week 1 brings so much to the table. You can have so many different things happen today, and it could change your whole year. When you go into the fantasy drafts, you think you know everything. You think you know all the stats. You think you know all the matchups, all the schedules. You know the busts, the sleepers. You think you're doing the research and getting all these things right, and then week 1 comes and Trey Sermon's a healthy scratch. And Gus Edwards has a torn ACL.
It hurts, man.
It hurts.
Ryno, that one hurt you like down deep.
It crushed me, bro. But it's funny though. That's what's great about fantasy football, man. No matter how much research we do, no matter how much content we put out, no matter how many times we answer your questions right or wrong, we have no control over what happens in these games. So I just want to reiterate that yes, we do consider ourselves very good fantasy football players, but please, please do not put millions of dollars on the line or hundreds of dollars on the line based on what we say, because then I would feel terrible. Because then you would hate us, and we're just here to bring you entertainment before kickoff, to maybe persuade you in a direction that you were probably leaning towards or leaning away from. But we are nowhere near going to win you money guaranteed. I think that's something we have to say as we're reaching a younger audience and people that are much more adolescent to gambling and adolescent to fantasy football. I want to make sure that you guys know that. But we are here for it. Obviously, we'll answer your questions. We love talking football. But just make sure, you put that into consideration and don't come back next week pissed at us because we told you to start the wrong guy. It's all love,
We're doing as much research as we possibly can do to help everybody do well in their weeks. I think that's what Ryno's trying to say. Also, if you have a gambling problem, call 401-499-2472. I think it's important that we mention that as well.
Facts.
Quick disclaimer.
Facts.
Quick disclaimer there.
Disclaimer,
Oh, man.
We love it. So I'm excited for football, and I'm excited for this week, man. Obviously have more money riding on the line this year, having joined you guys later last year. I was only in 2 leagues, and now I'm in like 8 plus like 12 best ball teams. And now I have a pick'em going today, $25 to win 500.
Can't stop, won't stop, bro.
We got a question from Tony. He wants to know biggest upset of the day. Are we talking spread wise? Or are we talking just overall game wise? We could do that real quick. We could do a spread. We could do that.
Houston.
We could do that. Kevin already said Houston is going to cover and win.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I mean, that's not crazy, but
for the record, I did call Dallas covering the spread on Thursday.
I will say, as much as I hate Detroit and think they suck, I think 8.5 points is a lot. I think you could take Detroit, not to win, but to cover that. 8.5 is a lot of points for Week 1 football.
Yeah.
But anyway,
even 6.5 with Pittsburgh, Buffalo.
Overall, he wants to know. I say Chicago. I think Chicago beats the Rams. I think they're gonna upset the Rams. I really do. So I'm gonna go Chicago with that. I think they're a little underhyped. I know Andy Dalton's there, but I think David Montgomery is the real deal. So I'm gonna go with Chicago. What about you, Moose?
Oh, man, it's tough because I'd love to say my call was on Thursday. Should have tuned in then. But you did, TK, so we appreciate it. I would probably say Washington covers Los Angeles, to be honest with you. I think that 1.5 it's the tightest spread of the day, so it's definitely up for a lot of debate. But I think Washington's defense is just too good. And I think it's going to take just a couple more weeks for the Chargers to get it fully together on that defensive side of the ball. I just think there's a lot of opportunity.
The Chargers are going to beat the Redskins. The Washington football team.
Again, like I said, arguable. Like that
arguable.
Is like it's very arguable. So
very arguable.
I don't even hate. I'm not going to yell at you like I did with Ryan Tannehill. So you're welcome for that.
All right, Kev, what about you?
Someone other than Houston?
Yeah. Because you talked about that already earlier.
Well, how about this? Why is Atlanta favored by 3.5?
Is that right, Moose?
Give me the Eagles.
Yeah, I'll check it again, but I'm fairly certain that they are.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think that was right, so I didn't say that.
Give me a sec. It was like 2 a.m. last night when I was.
It is. No, it is right. I'm not looking at the overlay. I'm looking at the sports app.
Favorite? That's crazy.
Yeah.
3.5.
Dude, the Eagles are like the favorite to come in last in this division.
That's nuts. No one believes in Jalen Hurts, and it makes me sad. I'm going with the Eagles, baby. Give me the Eagles all day against Atlanta. That's crazy. Atlanta sucks. Oh, my God.
Right.
Matt Ryan is dying. He's a dying breed.
Bro.
Please, this guy is done, bro. Matt Ryan is done. Yo, get this out of here, bro, with this 3-point favorite over the Philadelphia Eagles, bro. Are you kidding me? They got the Heisman Trophy winner. They got the Heisman Trophy winner flying under the radar over there. Come on, bro. Come on with that. 3-point favorite over Philly.
Come on.
Please, dude. Who's going to run the ball? Fuck Mike Davis. Get out of here.
Dude, he's got ham bones in
Get
his
out of
leg.
here, bro. Raiders upset? Hey.
All right.
Might?
If the Falcons put up 40 points today and destroy the Eagles, we are going to clip that and have a lot of fun with it.
Please do. I mean,
it's going to be awesome.
Listen, I'm here.
But I like the Eagles too.
I'm here for the wrong answers, bro. That's me. That's my gig. I do the crazy ass shit because you guys are scared to do it. That's what I do. I take that role. I take that role with pride, bro. Ryan Tannehill sucks. Bottom 10 quarterback today. Jesus Christ. Buy me some beer on Friday, dude. This is crazy.
This is crazy, man.
This is crazy.
The schnozberry tastes like
another one that's kind of surprising me is this Green Bay New Orleans game too. I don't know why people are sleeping on the Saints, dude. They have a good defense, and Jameis.
It's because they don't have Drew Brees. I think that's what it is.
I guess so, but Jameis Winston played a year underneath him. Beat out Tyson Hill, coach's favorite guy. I don't know.
Aaron Rodgers is on a mission.
Fuck Aaron Rodgers, he's a baby. I hope he gets hurt, bro. Honestly, I can't stand that guy. He thinks he's Tom Brady and he's not. Not even close. Frustrates me. Frustrates me to no end. Great talent, but he can't win. He's a bum.
We're getting flustered over here. Can we sign off?
Yeah, real
we got
quick.
2 minutes left, Kevin. Let me keep venting about how much I hate some of these people. I got 2 minutes. Jesus.
Joey DeMars commented. He said Raiders upset. That's the other game I was looking at. Honestly, with the spread. So yeah, it would not shock me. Joe.
No shot.
No shot.
We're gonna see the Brian Edwards breakout this week.
No shot, dude. Lamar Jackson is the real deal. You guys sleeping on him too. It's got to be the running quarterback thing. People just don't like him. They think they're gonna get hurt every time they run the ball.
I don't like their running game right now.
Why? They have the best running back quarterback in the NFL on their team.
Well, I'm not gonna go ahead and call him that. But,
why? Who's better?
What? I'm not saying anyone's better, Ryno. I'm talking about their actual, that's actual gameplay. Like you think
Lamar Jackson is their run game. He always has been.
Right. Well. Yeah. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, what other targets do they have?
Mark Andrews, Hollywood Brown.
Right. Okay. Mark Andrews.
Willie Snead. Come on, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
He's not even on that team.
Get the fuck out of here, Willie Snead. You're out of your mind. Willie Snead for 130.
Sammy Watkins is there, bro. Does he not have a good week one every year?
Week one. Week one, Sammy Watkins, bro.
Week
one, Sammy about to score 200.
Yo, sign up Jeremy Maclin.
Monday Night Football, prime time.
Go give him Jeremy Maclin too, bro. Oh my god.
They're down their top corner though, so
yeah, Marcus
Derek
Peters.
Carr might go out there and do some things.
Darren Waller's gonna have
Tyson Williams is not poo-poo, Joe. Take that back. All right, guys, that's going to do it, though. It's 12:30. It's time to get ready for some football. It's time to get the beers going. It's time to get the food going. It's time to get out there and get these things going. I hope everybody has a wonderful Sunday. Signing off for the Fantasy Dads. We'll be back. When's our next show?
Tuesday.
Well, they'll be back Tuesday. I might not be here as I do have the children on Tuesday nights, so I will be producing, but I might not be on the show. Might be the other three. But good luck to everybody today playing. Good luck to you guys, in the Viewer League and League of Record. Welcome, Moose, to the League of Record. It's a very competitive league. I hope you have some fun with it. Yeah, man. Looking forward to today. Let's fucking crush it, dude. Let's go Jalen Hurts. Let's go
yes,
DPJ.
Sir.
Let's see our boys boom. And we'll see a lot of our boys bust, too. So enjoy the games today. Enjoy the football. Enjoy the beautiful weather. Get out there, hang out, have some fun. And we'll see you guys Tuesday.